Here to be with you all this evening. As you all be aware, we are in quest of exploring into the depth of the fundamentals of the homeopathy. And in this context, we try to understand about the physics that is involved in our homeopathic potency, the most mysterious subject for which has kept us away from the rest of the medicines. It is very difficult for the people to understand how this medicine is working. But we as a homeopath, if we can have a understanding on how this medicine as the potentiality may be, it has the possible hypothesis that I am going to talk today. But what is the reality, still we don't know. Several attempts are being made, yet it is still a mystery. Friends, this homeopathic follows almost a unique concept in the history of the medicines. And law of similia have basic requirements to be applied at every level of its use. Similarity at the symptoms, similarity at the invisible remedy for the vital principle. We require invisible remedy because vital principle is invisible, our disease pattern is invisible, so we require invisible medicines, and that is the potentite homeopathic medicines. So we say our medicines are beyond the molecules. There is not a single molecules are there, still it is working, and that's why the whole world is looking at us in a different way with suspicions and doubts. So many speculations are there, so many thoughts are there, and that disbeliefs are there, mythological, and so many names we are getting only because we are not using the molecules. Friends, the combinations of success and what is potency? This potentization is the combination, it is the two process which includes the succussion, giving the succussion, and serial dilutions. And Hahnemann called it potentiations or the dynamizations. He called it dynamizations or potentiations. And substance is succeeded in and diluted. Two things happen when we try to make a potency. We are trying to have that things has to be succussion. So why we are doing the succussion and why we are doing the serial dilutions? And what is the reality? What happens when the medicines are succussed and diluted? The assertion that may be mere succussion and serial dilution, the therapeutic power of the substance can be increased without limit, while nullifying toxicity, certainty seems to violate our usual understanding of the physics and the chemistry. Physics and chemistry, they have the physical understanding, but yeah. Okay, so asserted that by mere succussion and the serial dilutions, therapeutic power of the substance are increased. Be aware, we are in and it is beyond the understanding of the physics and the chemistry. Succussion. What is succussion? In the quantum state, electrons exist in the series of configurations or orbital. These orbitals exist in strictly predefined stable that are able to house a specific number of subcells which house a specific number of the electrons. The larger the size of the orbitals, the greater the number of electrons that can accommodate in that orbits. It is suction. The process of suction involves the shaking of the dissolved homeopathic substance against a hard surface. Suction adds air to the solution, and air contains oxygen which itself contains electron. So now this process of suction acts as to add more electron to the solution, through the addition of the oxygen to it. Suction causes more electron cell to be filled. Now more electrons get in. As each electron cell is filled, the energy state becomes higher with each subcells. The principle of suction relates to the electron configurations. Then suction is in confirmation of electron configurations of Bohr's postulations. The process of suction also makes the bond length shorter between atoms, and in this way the information of the higher electron orbit are more tightly bound within a quantum field. What is Bohr's atom model? Number of energy of the electron is increased via photons absorption, the increased field size area, and with increased orbitals. So this is the Bohr's model of the atom. It absorbs the energy. Atoms absorbs the energy. Now, postulate of Bohr's atomic model: electron revolves around the nucleus with a definite velocity in concentric circular orbit is situated at definite distance from the nucleus. The energy of an electron in a certain orbit remains constant. As long as it remains in that orbit, it neither emits nor absorbs energy. These are termed stationary states or main energy states. Now, Bohr's second postulation was, in an atom, electron can change orbitals. On each orbital, the electron has some defined energy. Thus, the energy of the electron is different on different orbitals. The bigger the orbital, the bigger the energy. If the electron changes from the higher orbital into a lower one, then it emits a quantum of energy that is the same as the difference of energy between the energy of the higher and lower orbital. Now, Bohr's second postulation, it is continued to change the lower orbital into a higher one. An electron has to absorb an adequate quantum of energy. The quantum of energy is proportionate to the frequency of the emitted radiations. Bohr's postulations regarding the fact that in order to change from a lower orbital to a higher one, the electron needs to receive an adequate quantum of the energy. In the process of suction of a homeopathic remedy that provides the adequate quantum of energy for the electron to go to the higher orbitals. Belief in homeopathic circle. In homeopathic circle, it is implicitly understood that when preparing a homeopathic remedy from a gross substance, it needs to be shaken hard many times, 10, 20 or 100 times for each suction process. With continued suction of over 10 times give more electron to the solution. Since shaking adds oxygen to the solution, which itself contains electron, it is the increase in the number of electrons provided by the suction process. This causes the electron cell to be filled with the electron to go to the higher orbital. With continued the suction process, more and more electrons are added to the solution. And when the electron cell becomes full up with the 5f orbital, the electron exists in an excited. Now the upper level is reached, and so electrons are in the excited states. Higher excited electron cell states continue to be filled with the sequential suction. It is these higher electron cells states that continue to be filled with sequential suction. These higher orbital states have a more complex electron configurations pattern, higher energy and hold greater unit of the information. So, descriptions of the 4 quantum numbers of the electron. These are the descriptions that you see that is being displayed: I, N, Ml, and then Ms. Sequential suction fills electron in the higher cells. It can be proven that the process of sequential suction of the homeopathic medicines act to fill electron into the higher and higher electron cells states by virtue of the addition of the oxygen atom and their associated electron. Sequential transfer to higher and higher. Since the electron contains the 4 quantum numbers of the number of the original substance being potentized, then it follows the quantum number of the substance and it are sequentially transferred to the higher and higher informational state with each subsequent act of suction, as the electron subcells are filled via the suction process. There is no limit to the number of electrons orbital. There is no limit orbital, so it is higher, no limit for the number of the potency of homeopathic medicines. Since the 4 quantum number of the ms and mln exist in an electron orbital cell, with each subsequent increase in homeopathic potency, there is a concomitant increase in the size of the orbital of its electron. A homeopathic potency represents a larger electron orbital size. They contains higher NL, ML states compared to the unsuccussioned state. Serial suction results in an increase of the energy and size of the informational field. The higher the homeopathic potency, the higher the number of NL, ML states of the homeopathic medicines, and thus the larger the size of the electron orbital and larger the information field size of the orbital. Electron orbital configurations comes to different shape and size. They are described by the orbital angular momentum quantum numbers. This quantum number describes the number of subcells in the orbital and thus show the total number of the electron in each orbital. So these are the numbers that you can see displayed here with increasing number of the cells. There is an increase and the number with each subcells. The ml represents the total number of angular moment of magnetic quantum number, which becomes greater with each subsequent subcells. Note too that the ml of the F subcells can contain a greater amount of numbers. Thus, it is the case that each increasing subcells there is a concomitant increase in the information capacity. This is the diagram of the Bohr's model of the atom showing increased number of the electrons with each increase in the electron. So you see the diagram here, with each increasing cell it is getting higher and higher potency. This is the limit of the particle state is the 5 orbital. At that point orbitals are not occupied by any ground state electrons but exist only in the wave. Now it has crossed the orbit, it has crossed the Avogadro's number, and now it is existing only in the wave states. It is the 5f orbital that the limit of the particular state or limit of materiality beyond which no material particle states exist. This is the point of Avogadro number, or the point at which no particle of the original substance exists at all. Avogadro number is 6.023 into 1023 and correspond to the homeopathic potency of 12C or 24x, 1 part in 1024. Point to of the 5 orbital or limit of material of the particle state, it is beyond 5 orbital that the original substance still exists but only in the excited state. Now the substance material is not, the excitement is there. And homeopathic medicines above 12C potency level exist in the electron orbital state above the 5f. This means that they do not exist but only at a material level but only exist in the wave and no information or wave functions, that is the excited states. It is the higher energy state of the homeopathic medicines above 5 orbital that gives them the ability to operate at a quantum scale within the organism. This is the reason why homeopathic medicines are able to operate at an energetic level, since they not only exist at a material dosage or particulate dosage state, but also have the ability to exist beyond the material state of the 5f orbital into the higher orbital numbers and excited states. This way, it can be explained that homeopathic medicines operate not only in the particles or ground, but also operates in the waves or excited states. You can call the waves or excited. It is the ability of homeopathic medicines to operate in the wave state, that is beyond 5f orbital, that renders them with the ability to operate in higher and higher energy or higher potency states. So this is the reason why homeopathic medicines potency 200, 1 m, 50 m are so powerful, since they operate at very higher energy level or very high n quantum number of the states. Physics of the succussion dilution. Now we come to the dilution. I was trying to explain you that what happens when we dilute. The physics of succussion is only half a story of the process of potential. The other half is explained by the physics of the dilutions. We all are aware how the medicines are diluted, 1:99 ratio for the centesimal scale. The suction process provides the quantum of energy required for the electron to jump to the higher orbital. Via its ability to increase the number of electrons, it needs to be implicitly understood that a higher orbital exists in a larger size field or a larger sized area. So, the higher electron orbitals of the bigger size of the orbital. The process of dilutions provides the increased spatial volume in which a larger electron orbital can be housed. The dilution of the succussed homeopathic medicines provide a space in which bigger electron orbitals or larger number of the electrons can exist. So this is to accommodate, we have to go on diluting. An analog of this procedure is of a
क्लिनिक वाला लेवल
can accommodate. किसका ले लें?
क्लिनिक का
ये खत्म हो गया वो. Sorry for the interruptions because rain is going on. Sorry for the interruptions. Rain was going on, so we couldn't. We get disconnected. An analogy of this procedure is of couple living in a one-bedroom house. Now I'm just giving you the example and about to give the birth of the triplets. They simply would not at all fit or operate efficiently under such condition in a one-bedroom house. To solve the accommodations problem, if the couple move to a 4-bedroom house before the triplets are born, then everyone is able to fit into the space and the entire family can function efficiently once in the triplet house. So this is the analogical explanation that we had. In order to have the larger orbital size or higher subcells number to be housed or a higher potency of homeopathic medicines to exist, there need to be increased spatial volume created before the suction process takes place, where more electrons need to be housed. This increased spatial volume is provided by the process of the dilution. The increase in the number of electrons that rises as a result of the suction process are able to be comfortably housed in the bigger spatial volume provided by the process of dilution beforehand. It is the dual action of dilution and suction during the process of homeopathic potentization that provides the original particles, electron, with the ability to exist in sequential higher and higher energy states, since the higher subshells number is associated with a higher energy state or longer Bohr radius or the greater number. It is the ability of the homeopathic substance to exist beyond the 5 b orbital states and to exist in higher excited states. It is the higher energy states that gives you the higher potent quantum energy. Now we have some times, we can have some, I'm unmuting.
Sir, may I ask you one question?
Yeah, please. I
You are
think
saying that
I think you are